It was the ability to thrive in the community. Foolery was new to me. Nigga, I'm just doing me. I will never internet beef for opportunity. That's foolery.
Photoshop cities in your backdrops. Keep thinking that you fly, nigga. I'll take your flight down, making sure they'll never find a black box. Who gon' check? 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 Who gon' check?
What's going on? So, hold on. I usually don't go live on Sundays or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you reached Who Gonna Check Me podcast. I'm solo today. Let me turn this down a little bit. I'm solo today. Basically, I want to talk about a few things. And one thing is about taking accountability, and the other one is about am I wrong? But first, before I get into that, I want to say that we're gonna have a break for a while. For a minute, just till I get things situated. About to get like new equipment, whatever. So the podcast probably gonna be down for a few days after this. But we will be back. And this time I'm gonna change up things to where I know lately it's been about music, and I know a lot of my fans, friends, associates, whoever tune in. We want the topics to be about everything, no matter if it's relationships, politics, abuse, but you know what I'm saying, everything that can relate to the everyday people. And like I said, music can relate to everyday people, but when it comes to a lot of artists or whatever, it's the podcast is Who Gonna Check Me, not about music. But we're definitely going to put some stuff out that's going to be relatable to people. But it's going to be a few weeks off. I just need to deal with some stuff with the equipment and some other stuff I need to deal with. So we're probably going to be on a break for about 2 or 3 weeks. But I got 2 topics I want to touch on: taking accountability and am I wrong? Which is the title of this episode. But right now I want to say take accountability, right? I'm gonna start off with that. A lot of times in my life, a lot of years in my life, I have done things to people have done things to me, but I'm not here to talk about what people done to me, because it doesn't matter. It's what I have done to people, and then me pointing the fingers, whether it was with friends, family, anything that I have done to anybody. And this is 2025, and I'm starting off with a clean slate. I want to, I just want to do things different in my life. So anything I have done to anybody, friend, it's just anything to anybody that I have done, to anybody that I have hurt down the line, I want to take, and sometimes in some situations, me not realizing it, I want to take full accountability for what I have done, and I want to make a public apology. I have no issue with nobody. I haven't, and like I said, I just want to start off with a clean slate for 2025. I have never did this. It's like my own confession, so to speak. I want to start off new. I don't want to start off with no enemies. I want to start off with nobody. Anybody I don't talk to no more. If I see them in the street, it's no love lost. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? It's nothing. Everything is good. I have no issue with nobody. But for anybody that I've hurt directly, whether it's a friend, female, whatever, I'm making a public apology. and I'm taking accountability for anything I have done. And that's what I realized I haven't been doing in the maybe past 3 or 4 years, is taking accountability. Why? Because I'm always want to point the finger. Always, you know what I'm saying? We always want to point the finger all the time and never want to take accountability. And that's the number one thing that we don't do as people. We don't want to be nobody wants to be the bad guy. And I get that. I get that. Nobody wants to be the bad guy. Nobody do. But at the same time, what makes you a man, if what makes you a man and a woman, is that you can admit that you're wrong. Regardless how it started, regardless. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Take it, and that's what makes it hard for anybody to move on, because people point fingers, don't want to, you know what I'm saying, take full responsibility for what they have done. And it doesn't matter if two people did something to each other. Take accountability for what you did. You know what I'm saying? You was born alone, you're gonna die alone. So take accountability for what you did. You can't help what the other person doing or what they don't do. You know what I'm saying? You can't help that. You just can't help that. That just you know, that's just inevitable. But you have to take responsibility for what you have done. You have to take accountability for what you have done. That helps you. It's like being honest. You know how I say truth sets you free? Truth makes you feel good. So you being a man or you being a woman, taking accountability for what you have done to anybody can help you move forward in life. And it helps you recognize your faults and helps you work on yourself. This is the reason why people can't work on themselves, because they think what they're doing is not wrong. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody try to tell them, they don't want to hear it because they don't think they're not wrong. But if you take the time to listen, do more. If people do more listening than more talking, then you can kind of sit back and think about, because that's how I was. I wasn't taking accountability for nothing. I didn't want to hear nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. But at least in the last year, when somebody called me out on my shit, and come on, man, we don't want to hear all that. But then I take a few days to think about it. I'm like, damn, man, yeah, I was wrong. Damn, I was messed up. And once you realize that, you're like, okay, that'll help you move on for the future. But then also that's just half of the battle. Once you realize it, then you can go to that person and realize what you have done, and you can let them know that you recognize that you was wrong, and be man or woman enough to apologize and accept accountability. People respect you more. You see what I'm saying? People would be attend to be like, okay, he ain't a good person, but I respect him. Because let me tell you something. Regardless of all this stuff that I have, whatever I have, that don't mean nothing if I ain't got no respect. That don't mean nothing if I ain't got if I'm not a man of my word. That don't mean none of this material mean nothing to me. Only thing I take to the grave with me is my dignity, my respect, my word. And it's not that I care about what people think about me, because it's not about them. It's about me, on how I feel. And just me doing that in the last maybe 6 to 8 months, I swear, it's like I feel like I've been fasting from negativity. And I ain't talking from negativity that other people created. It's stuff that I created. You know, I got to take accountability that I have created drama. That I created, I started arguments, or I did this, I did that. But once I took accountability for that and realized what I have done and the mistakes that I made, and you know what I'm saying, and own the mistakes, I've been able to change those mistakes. If we don't realize it or be called on it or actually think about it, then we're gonna feel like we ain't doing nothing wrong, and that's how we keep doing the same old every time. But I refuse to do that because I want to be a better me. I want to be a better me. And that's what makes me kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes me kind of enjoy life and actually be happy with myself. And so that's one thing I'm not doing too. I'm not relying on nobody else to make me happy. I'm not relying on nobody else to give me peace. Because when you rely on other people, when you rely on other people to give you peace, you ain't gonna never have peace. Never. Always remember that. See, the only thing, like I said, I just said this on the podcast Friday. The only thing people can do is take your peace. They can't give you peace, but they only can take it if you allow it. So that's one thing I just vowed to do, not to let nobody take my peace. And how, and you ask how I don't allow nobody to take my peace, it's allow nobody to get me out of my character. It's allow nobody to emotionally get to me. We got to understand everybody are separate individuals. What other people do in their lives, that's their lives. Regardless if you agree with it or not, which you agreeing with it doesn't matter. Because that's on you. That's not on nobody else. That's on you. That's on you because you allowed, you know what I'm saying? You allowed other people's life to make you mad. But where's you getting? Where you getting in life like that, letting other people do that to you? So I realized, and I used to say, you know what, let me isolate myself from the world. But I was told that what the only thing that does is have me run away from the problem. This is what I was told, and I didn't really think about that, but it made so much sense. But at the time it was told to me, I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it at all. But at the time it was told to me, I was like, okay. When you isolate yourself to try to get away from negativity and the problems or whatever, and you're still friends with these certain people that you feel bring you negative energy, that feel that you bring, then that's on you. It's because you're not knowing how to speak up for yourself. You're not learning how to say no for whatever it is. So that will cause them, that will cause you to allow them to take your peace. It's because every time you talk to them, they irritate you. Every time they ask for something, they irritate you. You know, and I know anything, and this is the thing, anything you do in the world is going to take discipline. It's going to take discipline. So when I realized that, and that was brought to my attention, and at the time I was told that I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. But I sat on it for a few days. I'm like, how's I'm supposed to interact with the world if I got to deal with the world when I leave the house? It's no way. You can't run away from the world. You can't run away from people. So you can't run away from problems, even though there's problems out there. You got people you don't like at work. Trust me, we all got somebody we don't like at work. Maybe quite a few people we don't like at work. You know what I'm saying? We don't like some of our family. We don't like some of our friends, but we deal with them. You know, well, it's not that we don't like them. We just don't like some of the things they do. And what they do overshadows them. You know what I'm saying? And they bring it into your life. But you gotta learn, you gotta have balance. You gotta have balance and not let what they go through bother you. You know what I'm saying? It's if you know it's not stopping your money, it's not stopping you from being, because when they stop talking to you, you still gotta go back to your life. So if you're able to still go back to your life in a happy mood or with no issues, you're good. This is my saying. I make this saying, and please always remember this. Always remember this. When you can't complain, you can't complain. I'm gonna get into that part because that's the second part of what I'm talking about. Am I wrong? That's the title of this podcast: taking accountability and am I wrong? But when you can't complain, you can't complain. Because what I realize is, and I'm gonna bring this up, I'm gonna bring something else up down the line. What I realize is the things I complain about is the things that I want and can't have. If I want this person, I can't have it, I'm gonna be mad, I'm gonna complain about it. If I want this car and I can't get it, I'm gonna be mad and complain about it. Instead of being happy that I got a place to sleep. See, we have everything we need. We just don't have everything we want. So that's what, like I said, that's what makes us complain. Me, I got a place to lay my head. I got vehicles to get back and forth to work. I have a job. What else do I need to complain about besides the stuff that I want to impress other people that don't care nothing about me at all? They don't care about me at all. But I want to get out these things that I want to you know what I'm saying, to make it feel like to where I can feel like something. Why should I let that make me feel like something instead of me just being just feeling good that I'm alive? I'm able to see 2025. I'm able to still go to work. I'm able to still have a place over my head. Honestly, what do I got to complain about? I have nothing to complain about. So always remember, when you can't complain, you can't complain. And it's no, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no reason to. So, but now let me get to the second part when I said, am I wrong? Okay. And please, if y'all out there listening, please help me out with this. Because this is confusing to me, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm not wrong. So it took me a minute to get into church. But I love church. I love church. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of churches I've been to over the years, but just these past 2 years, I love my church. I love my pastor. And I love that people can come together, you know what I'm saying, and be, you know, and do something positive and help each other and inspire each other to do better within themselves. That's an amazing thing. But am I wrong that I still have questions and doubts? You know what I'm saying? And I've been to certain churches that a lot of pastors couldn't answer things, but my church, my pastor was able to answer some of the things that I've been wanting to answer for years. But I noticed everything was resorted back to the Bible, and I get it, and I understand it. It's the Bible, Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. It's like an instruction book. If a majority of people weren't God fearing, and if most people didn't follow that book, it'd probably be chaos. So I get it, and I understand why it's there. But if I'm taught, and tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm thinking like this, because I don't like to think like this, because it makes me feel that I'm down God and I'm not doubting him. And it's making me feel like that I don't have faith because I'm a God-fearing person, but I just have questions that really need answers to, because it just, I don't know. Okay, like the stuff that we got now, the stuff that we have, we blessed, right? We say, God said we blessed. Definitely. And just let me tell you my beliefs and why I believe it. And like I said, I just want to know if I'm wrong for thinking like that. When I say I'm blessed that God gave me the tools to get what I need in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to talk. I'm able to walk. I'm able to move my hands. I got common sense. I'm able to do a lot of things some people can't do. Right? And I believe that God blesses us when we're born. You know what I'm saying? He gave us life. You know what I'm saying? Then when you're a baby or whatever, you absorb a lot of information. Then you're under the wing of your parents. So if anything that you do unknowingly, you know what I'm saying, it's your parents' job to teach you right from wrong. But when you get at a certain age, then you're on your own. Am I wrong for thinking that God don't have his hands in nothing we do? Because I was taught that we make our own decisions. Because I notice when stuff go wrong, we point the finger and we blame the devil, or sometimes some people blame God. God, why you let this happen to me? Then when stuff go good, we you know what I'm saying? We We thank God, which is good. I'm not, and see, I don't want to seem like you know what I'm saying? I just feel weird thinking the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at it, if we blessed and we got everything that we need, some people what they want, why do people in third world countries is suffering? And when I say suffering, I'm not really saying mentally. I'm talking about suffering like financially, like not proper schooling, no shelter, no nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? And when your pastor or preacher say, "Hey, pray for these people," and when you're taught that if you don't have faith, your prayers is useless, and this was a lot of things confusing me. So if I pray for somebody, but my faith is up and down, wishy-washy, is that prayer really gonna work for that person? That's you know what I'm saying. These are what's confusing me. This is really what making me not understand it. You know what I'm saying? On how it moves. Because my belief is, I think that God looks over us. I think God is like a scientist, and we like lab rats, and He put us in a maze, and we figure out our way while we're here. And if you taught me to have you teach me to think that God knows everything. He knows when we're gonna die. He knows what's gonna happen tomorrow. He knows what's gonna happen to us. He knows this because this is what I'm taught, that He's almighty, that he knows what's gonna happen to us. So at the same time, why does these bad things happen to us? You know what I'm saying? And for somebody, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm confused about it. I understand, I understand why they teach us this, keep us in line, stuff like that. But I also want to know, if God knows our future and He's our Father and He's here to protect us, it makes it just, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like to act like that, but it's like, because I'm nervous, because I'm not trying to question God, but I still need to fully understand what's going on in my surroundings. So if something bad about to happen to me, why God won't step in and stop it? If God can read my mind and know I'm about to make a bad decision, why He can't just step in and change my mind? You know what I'm saying? But it's our own decision. Do you see what I'm saying? But we think, and think about it. And this is another thing I don't understand. Why do we pray to God when we want something, or when we want Him to fix something? I'm gonna get back to that. But if God knew something bad was gonna happen to me, why He didn't protect me? And I'm looking at it as, I'm a father. So if I'm walking down the street with my daughter, and some negative energy as a person, whatever, some negative situation comes up, and they try to snatch my daughter, what you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do everything to protect my daughter, because that's my child. No matter the age of that child, I'm gonna do everything to protect that child, because that's my child. My job is not to let no harm to my child. So it makes me think, why does God allow harm to the people? Like on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, why did God allow that man to do that negative act and kill all them people? Or why did it have to die in that fashion? Okay, I lost my cousin. So if nobody don't know, if anybody here from Oakland, anybody that know that street light, I think that's Frick. Yeah, it's on 60 something in Foothill at the apartments. That light, there's a light there because of my little cousin. There's a light there because of my little cousin, because I remember, if y'all remember, maybe 5-6 years back, about 12 years back, maybe 2014, 2013, my little cousin, age 10, was hit in that crosswalk. You see what I'm saying? She was in pain before she passed away. So we went to the funeral, you know, and we listened to the preacher, and the preacher saying, God came and called her home. So God sat up there in his chair and said, you know what? I'm going to bring this little girl home to me. And this is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have her get hit by a car. I'm going to have her be in pain before she died, before she come home to me. Why would God want something like that to happen to us just for us to come home? And this is why I believe that our fate is etched in stone, and it's nothing that we can do about it. Even and this is just my beliefs. This is just my beliefs. And like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know, but this is just my belief. I think our fate is etched in stone. We have a deadline. We don't know when we're gonna die or how we're gonna die. And some people might not believe this either. I think when it comes to suicide, I think that was in your timeline. You just did it yourself. This is my beliefs. I'm not trying to get nobody to believe it. But in order for things to make sense to me when it comes to this, that's the only way I have to look at it for it to make sense to me. That our faith and essence on however we die is how we were supposed to die. Some people say, oh, well, that was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Really? Like, really? You know what I'm saying? I escaped death 3 times. 3 times. Once when I was a kid. Another one when I went off the freeway. And you know, people don't know, on 880 on 23rd, that going on the other path, that brick wall. I'm the reason why there's a brick wall there. I hate to say that, but I'm the reason why there was a brick wall. Why? Because you know, stuff happened. I went off. I hit a car, went through the gate, went off the freeway. Truck was totaled. Literally 5 feet away from a pump. We landed in that gas station. 5 feet from a pump. Now, if we would have hit that pump, that could have been my life. Then I'm a survivor of suicide. How come I didn't die? Obviously, because it wasn't my time. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like it wasn't my. It couldn't have been my time. Or God would have just let me die, or you know what I'm saying? Or that time it was. If that was my time, I would have just died. That's just how I believe it. I tried to commit suicide. Obviously, whatever wanted me to live, it wanted me to live. Maybe I still got shit to do. I don't know. But in order for it to make sense to me, that's why I think that we are just here to make to make our own decisions and to be the best person we can be. Because it's impossible for us to be perfect. Okay, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I love my pastor. And don't, you know, I mean, amazing man. But, you know, he kind of say, I don't need to be listening to R&B songs. Even the songs that make us feel good from the 70s and 80s. And I'm like, why is, I'm kind of think like, why is that? He keeps saying that's like evil music. And now I understand some of the music I make or used to make or listen to for hip hop songs. Yeah, okay, I get it. It's just, it's self-destruction music. You know what I'm saying? You know, we talking bad about women. We killing people. I don't really do that in my music, but I'm just saying, you know, it's like listen to it or whatever. But the R&B songs, and it's like when you leave church, how can you be perfect? You can't be perfect. You definitely can't be the pastor. And the pastor's not even perfect. He probably falls short sometimes. We all do. But they say it's a sin when we do that, or when we absorb that type of that thought in our head. We destroying our minds. No. How can we just? How? I'm not going out there doing nothing in music, but you know what I'm saying. But who am I to say if you're wrong or not? I don't know. But it just don't make sense to me. That's why it's kind of hard for me to grasp it. But am I wrong to feel like it doesn't make sense to me to where I'm half believing it? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to affect me having a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being taught that he was the chosen one to come and teach me about the Bible, come teach me about how to be in life and this and that and other. I'm like, and I asked somebody this question. I said, if somebody got faith, believe in God, you know what I'm saying? Don't really go to church, but they believe in God. They're humanitarian. They do everything they're supposed to in life. Everything. I mean, everything good to be the best possible person that they can be. Role models, give back to their community. You know what I'm saying? How can they? Then when I ask, are they going to hell or heaven because their faith is not where it should be, but they still believe in God? But people say they don't know. But you don't know. So that means, and it's confusing because, so you're telling me you can be a bad person and have faith. Your faith is believable and strong, and God knows it. You got to pass. That's confusing. And it forces us to try to be this perfect person that we can't, especially if you're a church-going person. But see, what I do, I have to be me. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am in church, and I'm the same person outside of church. You know what I'm saying? Just certain things I just don't say or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't mention all. You know, and I'm trying to cut back all the cursing and all that, but that's another thing. But I'm not perfect. I don't know. I don't want to be perfect. Only thing I want to be is I just want to be the best of me. That's all I want to be, is the best of me. I don't want to be perfect. But it seems like sometimes church kind of try to mold you to be a perfect person. Try to mold you in certain things you do, or certain things that preacher might say that you probably do outside. You're like, oh my God, is that wrong? Oh, God, see me do that. But I figure if you can be the best person that you can be, give, you know what I'm saying? Give when you can. Help out the less fortunate. Whatever you do in your life, don't hurt nobody, and just be happy. You know what I'm saying? Within your own skin, and don't allow nobody to take your peace. I think God is okay with this. What I believe. I think God is okay with that. Oh, sis, for real? Oh, congratulations. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but after this, after the podcast, well, I guess people can see it. People can see your comment. Congratulations. Oh my God. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. If you're still on, how many months are you? Okay, yeah. That's what's up. That's a blessing right there. But oh, I'm sorry. I'm just distracted. I'm just congratulating my sis on expecting a little one. That's amazing. I appreciate that's good. That's good. But how are we supposed to try to live our life? Trying to live perfect. Instead of focus on us being the best that we can be, we being taught like, okay, oh my God, we gotta live this type of life. We can't listen to R&B music. You can't watch TV. You can't. I mean, it's like we can't do nothing that we do in our everyday life. 6 weeks and 4 days, and you still got time to go. Congratulations. Now you let me know when it's time, so I can be there for the baby shower, and so I can, you know what I'm saying, make them a little outfit. You know what I'm saying, make them, him or her, a little outfit. I got you. yeah, only, yeah, yeah. 6 weeks not bad. You still got some time to go. But I'm proud of you, sis. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Got a little ball of joy. And see, even that. And okay, so when I think of marriage, right? Why marriage have to be a contract like that? Why do I got to go through if it's under God and this is God want for us? Why do I got to go to a courthouse to get documentations? Why? So what do we when we take the birth certificate, fax it up to God, tell him, oh, you can go ahead and sign it, make it legit? What makes it see, and just think about it. If we actually got married under God in the church without going to the courthouse, it's not going to make it official because the pastor didn't sign it. So how can you tell me that we going to that it's legal when we get married in the church under God if the pastor don't sign it? That don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So and why should I if I'm in love with this person, why do I got to worry about any, you know what I'm saying, legal documents to, you know what I'm saying, to so-called save me? Get a prenup because she might take half on your stuff. Why I got to come into a relationship like that? Yes, it's definitely keep me updated. Why do I got to come in a relationship like that? If I got to come in a relationship not trusting you, not trusting you being faithful, not trusting you being honest, not trusting that you're gonna take half of my stuff when if it don't work out, or you getting pregnant by somebody else, I do not need to be with you. And I know it's hard to be like that, but that's why it's kind of hard to date, because these are things that men think about when they get into a relationship or about to commit the rest of their life to a woman, vice versa. It's sad that in 2025 that we got to go into a relationship thinking about if this person going to be faithful in the future. Is this person going to take everything that I have? Is she going to feel like she want to get a divorce? Is she going to have a baby by somebody else? Or is this guy going to cheat on me? Or is he going to get another person pregnant? Back in the days, nobody went into the relationship thinking that. But things are so bad. But see, I'm not here to put anybody else's down. I'm not here to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to, like, for me. And it's just I don't know. It confuses me because I want to believe in this stuff. I want to believe in the best. I want to believe in the word, but if it doesn't make no sense to me, it's hard for me. And is God gonna punish me for that because I'm not understanding? Do you see what I'm saying? And I seen something the other day that said because supposed to be Adam and Eve, right? First woman, first man on earth. To our knowledge. And somebody said something, it was a video. He said that was men so manipulative, so manipulative back then, so bad he made her take the charge, but we suffering for it because that's why we got an Adam's apple. I was like, I was like, damn. Did we bite the apple? And this is the reason why we have an Adam's apple. And the way you explain it, but you know, it's just stuff to make you think. Hold on. Let's see. If you plan on owning property, having businesses, joining funds, and paperwork, marriage makes it easier to navigate. Unfortunately, spiritual marriage doesn't hold up illegal stuff. That's my daughter, y'all. She absolutely right. I guess we get married when it comes to businesses, property, and she absolutely right. She absolutely right. But why can't we own up to it to be like, okay, if we start a business together, we don't need, I'm a grown ass man and I'm fair at what I do. So if I got married, like my wife that passed away, if she didn't pass away in the businesses that I have now, and if we separated, I'm going to give her half anyway, if not most of it. Because if we got it together, obviously I did half of the work, she did half of the work. But the way my wife worked, the way she do the work, she teach me in the same sense. So I'll be able to get it by myself if it didn't work. So I can give her most of it, or she can have everything. That's material stuff. My job is, if it don't work out with somebody, I don't want no bad blood with that person. So if it didn't work out with my wife, I still want us to be good friends. So I'm not going to let no material stuff and no business or no property jeopardize our friendship just because I want to be greedy or just because I want to make her mad or piss her off. Oh, no, you don't need none of this. No, you don't need none of that. I'm not moving like that. I'm not that type of person. So anybody who got with me, anybody who marries me, if I ever got married again, people won't have to worry about that. And me personally, I'm not going to worry about that with them either. Because if your intentions is to get over, I'm going to let you get over. You getting over for material things while I'm living in peace spiritually. So you don't have to try to take everything from me. If you want it, you can have it. The way I got it that time, I'm going to get it back again. Only thing I want is my peace of mind. You can have all that. I don't live for material stuff. I don't. People do. I don't. And people say, oh, well, if you lost everything, you wouldn't. If I lost everything right now, I'm human. So I might be disappointed for a minute. But I'm going to realize that, wow, I'm alive and I'm able to wake up another day to go back and get it again, just like I got it before. I can't take none of this stuff with me when I die. We can't take none of this. None of this stuff matter. But people put value into money, into material things. People think we work hard for our money, this and that and other, and we think we need that to get a woman. And it shouldn't have to be like that. A woman should love me for my character, for my personality. You know what I'm saying? And to see, you know what I'm saying? And just to see the motivation or the you know what I'm saying, the go-getter in me. So if I don't have it right now, but you see me trying to get it, rock with me then. Don't rock with me when I'm at the finish line. Because I can get all that, and then I can treat you like crap. Because I got everything. That means I can get any woman I want. So you'll allow me to go out there and get it, focus on that, and now I got it. Now I don't want you no more. But if I'm that type of person that really looking for that genuine person, and that person rock with me from the bottom, come on, man, I ain't fucking that up. I ain't messing that up. So it's just, it's just we have to learn how to deal with other people in 2025. Like I said, how to take accountability for whatever you do. So you be quick to move on. So you ain't gotta be, if you break up in a relationship and if you know what you did wrong, take accountability for it, take responsibility, get your closure, move on. Because when you kind of heartbroken, now if you lose somebody, a wife or husband, then yeah, that's different. You know what I'm saying? You're human. But if somebody leaves you, 2 or 3 hours tops, I'll be all right. It's because I set my mind and emotions up not to trip off of it. Because me tripping off of it ain't gonna bring them back. And if it do I really want that headache back? Whatever caused me pain or whatever I caused them pain, why would you want that back thinking it's gonna be different down the line? And don't get me wrong, there's cases where people get together some years down the line, people grow up together and then they good. They good. But honestly, let's keep it real. Do you really want that back? Do you really want to deal with that? No. Just be appreciative of what you have and just move on. And that's one way nobody can really take my peace. Can nobody really take, like, like none of that from me because it wouldn't bother me. As long as I did my part and taking my accountability, and as long as I did my part of keeping my word, that means I don't have no, I created a pathway for me not to have bad blood with you. Even though you might be still angry at me or however the situation is. That's on you. That's not on me. So I'm going to be able to sleep at night because I know I did what I had to do while we was in that situation. I made sure I was honest. I made sure I was faithful. I made sure I was loyal. I made sure I respect you. So if I know I did everything I was supposed to do and took accountability for how I said something or how I handled something, I'm going to sleep good at night. Because I know I didn't do no wrong. People get upset and crying and do all this stuff when they know it was wrong. They just don't want everybody to know that they was wrong. So that's why we point the fingers. That's why we point fingers. I don't point fingers at nobody but me. Because I'm not responsible for what another human being does. I can't tell another human being what to do. I only can control how it affects me. But I got balance for both. So I know how to prepare for anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If anything like that come across to where somebody want to deal with me no more, just, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. It's all good. But I'm telling you, as long as you honest with yourself, have your dignity, keep your word, and be you, life should be good. Like I said, when you can't complain, you can't complain. That's just the way it is. Because you probably doing better than a few. You're probably doing worse than others, but better than a few. I'm a truck driver in the daytime. So I see homeless people just laying there on the ground covered up. Ask my daughter that's in the comments. She'll tell you, we used to feed the homeless every year when my wife was alive. Every year. Give the kids toys. We never hesitated to give back. And we would go broke sometimes to make sure that somebody else is happy because we are able to get it back. These people we giving it to are not able to do that. Are not in the position to do that. And we never did nothing to get blessings. That's another thing. I don't know. I don't do nothing to get blessings. I don't care about getting blessings. I get a kick out of, I get a great joy of seeing a smile on somebody's face that's less fortunate because you thought of them. While millions of people just walk past them, especially in San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, Santa Rosa. I mean, even in like good, nice areas, there's homeless people there. But that's where I get a thrill at. So the only thing I'm saying is for you to really be happy in 2025 is to be honest with yourself, take accountability, be loyal to yourself and what you believe in. See, because that's our thing. We spend time trying to be loyal, respectful to everybody else but ourselves. And we disrespect ourselves to respect other people. You can still respect yourself and respect other people. You can still be loyal to somebody and be loyal to yourself. But I get it. A lot of people don't know how to do it. But it takes, the number one thing it takes to do that is discipline. It takes discipline. That's the number one thing. It's like Okay, next week my church about to start fasting, the Daniel fast, for 21 days. So I guess we can't eat meat or whatever, fast food or whatever. We can't do none of that. Okay, so that's going to take discipline. That means when I drive by a Jack in the Box, nah, let me go home and eat some fruit. Or drive by KFC, nah, let me go home and eat some vegetables. Drive by Everett and Jones, nope. Let me go home and drink some water. That's all it takes is discipline. And it takes a split second to figure out what you want to do, that short decision. But just understand and know this, regardless of what decision you make, God's still going to love you unconditionally. But just try to be the best of the person that you can. And the only way you can, like I said, you're going to be happy if you're honest with yourself. Do not let nobody take your peace. And just do what you, and just be the best of you in your life. Don't make it seem like you're better than somebody else. Oh, I'm blessed and everybody else doing it. Don't worry about what everybody do. And the thing about it, I used to see those things on Instagram, like little sayings, and I would post it. It would say some things. It would say, "Oh, if you ain't this, don't mess with them." This and that. That's not my job to care what somebody is. My job is to be the best of me. My job is not to worry about somebody not doing what they're supposed to do. My job is not to know if somebody not getting what they, you know what I'm saying? My job is not to worry about or complain about other people's problems. My job is for me to be the best that I can be. But what I can do is do my best to pray for others that they better themselves. But I'm disciplining myself not to even put myself in the predicament to up myself and down somebody at the same time, like some of these supposed to do. And whoever follow me and see my stories, yeah, I maybe the last few months, I post crazy stories. Like people don't F with you, this and that and other, or you know what I'm saying? Every story was about upping me. Well, I'm thinking it's about upping me in a positive way, but at the same time, I'm down talking to other people. Why I gotta down talk other people to up myself? When everybody got problems, everybody got issues. And that's just being real. But it's not my job, it's not your job to worry about other people's problems. Don't let other people's problems bring you down. Don't let other people's issue and problems take your peace. Man, you have to show yourself discipline if you're going to continuously to be around these type of people. And somebody had to tell me that. Somebody say, "Oh, you complain about these people. You don't want to be around them. They bugging you. They always asking for something, this and this and that and the other." So you rather think. So you isolating yourself. Isolating yourself is not going to give you the peace that you need because you are not telling them directly how you feel. You just kind of keeping it to yourself, but you're still going to deal with them. So if you're going to deal with them, learn how to deal with them in a certain way so it doesn't bother your peace or your emotions. And these are things we have to learn, and these are the things we have to have discipline on. And I don't know. We just have to learn to do that. But as far as the church thing I was talking about, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, somebody please tell me so I can get a better understanding and wonder if I feel like I'm betraying God or not. You know, because I think God knows I don't understand everything in the Bible. Everything in the Bible doesn't make sense to me. But some stuff do. But I get it why the Bible is here. I get it. I understand. I just know that God wasn't no book writer. But I'm just saying. But I don't want to feel like I have doubts. I don't want him to feel like I have doubts. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that. So hopefully if God do know everything, God know my intentions. You know how I feel. You know, I'm going to try to be the better person this year. And to think about it, I didn't start on the 1st to try to be a better me. I started way before November. I said, I can't make this a New Year resolution. I got to start now. So when I get it into 2025, I'm already in the habit of discipline instead of trying to get in the habit of discipline on the 1st. No. And we 5 days in, and I've been doing pretty good. I can say to myself, I'm doing pretty good. So I got 5 days down and 360 more days to go. But each day I'm taking it one day at a time. But that's all I wanted to say. I want to thank everybody who tuned in for listening. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys to death. We gonna be down. We supposed to have some guests in the next 3 or 4 weeks, but the podcast is gonna be shut down for maybe to the end of the month until I get things situated with, our sounds and everything, and get everything correct and going. And then we're gonna have different topics. I appreciate y'all tuning in when we do the artists. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I figure out I have to do more stuff that you guys can relate to. More everyday stuff to like the everyday person. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's gonna be, like I said, everything we talk about is not scripted. We ain't got no plan for it. We just roll with it, because that's how life is. When I walk up to somebody, I don't come up with a script on how I'm gonna say hi. I don't come up with a script on how I just be me, and practice made perfect. I'm not the best interviewer. I'm not the best on camera. I mess up. Right now, I'm going blank right now a little bit, but that's life. That's who I am. That's what it is. I don't want to change that, because it's easier for me to be me than for me to be an actor. I'm just saying. It's just easier for me to be me than for me to be an actor. It's like a liar. It's just like a liar. You lie about something, and then down the line, you might get asked that question again, and then you say something else because you don't remember what you said. Why? Because you wasn't yourself. You was trying to lie to either not get in trouble or make yourself look better. I don't know what you was trying to do. I don't know. But that's just kind of what it is. So, when you get Who Gonna Check Me podcast, you get us. You get who you gonna get. But you will get, honestly, you will get a lot of different opinions. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get what you get dealing with Who Gonna Check Me. And that's my thing for 2025. Anything that I do, I'm just saying who nobody's going, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna check me for what I do, but like I said, please stay disciplined. Please do not allow nobody, just like I told you. People only can take your peace, not give you peace. People only can take it, not give it. So it's up to you not to allow nobody to take it. And just be the best that you can be as a person. Be you. Be you. Just be the best you can be. Treat people right. Even if people don't respect you, don't fall into that. Because when you feel like you disrespected and you fall onto their level and start disrespecting them, then you know better than them. So now you're mad, you're upset, you're in your emotions because you allow them to do that to you. What I do now, like I said, I started in November, and you know what I'm saying, and like I said, my girl taught me about peace and how your peace need to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this one more time for her. How your peace need to be. That means you still got to deal with these people outside of your life. You're going to see these people anyway. And you're not going to stop dealing with them. So just learn how to deal with them. Because like I said, isolating myself I just make things worse. And when I was told that, I'm like, no, I no. You mean I was gonna make it worse? And she was like, because you're running away from your problem. You're not facing your problem head on and try to handle it and try to learn how to deal with it. You're just running away from it. Because you're still going to deal with these people. Because these people, they really do nothing for you to be like, oh, I ain't messing with you. It's just some things they do just irritate the hell out you. But you can't allow them to irritate you when it's their problem. You're just listening. And trust me, we all been through it. We all be like, why do you keep taking your stuff through this same stuff? But it's not our problem to even care about that. Let them take themselves, whatever, as long as you're not going through it. So those are two choices you have. Either stop dealing with them, period, or learn how to deal with them. Whether it's family, friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Once you learn how to deal with them, then you can have your peace. So every time you get around somebody that get on your nerves, it won't bother you. It won't mess with your emotions. It won't mess with none of that. And that's how you're going to be able to be happy in your life in 2025 and beyond. But for everybody that's tuned in, I really, really, really thank you. I appreciate you guys. When the podcast come back, probably in February, probably mid-February, we're going to have different topics. And we're going to have different things. We're going to have artists from time to time. But it's not going to be every week like I was doing. But we definitely going to have some content for you guys to relate to involve yourself in, give your opinions, to do whatever you need to do. But until then, I want to appreciate you guys. Please finish out your Sunday with your family and call them and tell them you love them. And one thing I want to say about this too. One thing before I go. I've learned that even though you don't talk to people or you don't call them, that doesn't mean you don't love them and you don't care about them. This is a real friend to me. When you cannot talk for a month or two and you can come back and talk like ain't nothing happened, like you ain't missed a beat, that's a real friend. That's a real friend. Because you can't get upset about you not calling nobody when you don't call them. But like I said, a real friend to me is you cannot talk to them for a long time and then just come together like booty cheeks, like ain't nothing happened. And y'all just the best of friends. So those are the people that's always going to be friends. So just because somebody don't see you all the time, just because somebody don't call you all the time, doesn't mean it's not your friend. It just means that people got stuff going on in their life. People got to understand we're not kids no more. We're not. We got responsibilities. We got kids. We got a life. We got a job. We got other things going on. So we're not able to call people all the time. We got relationships going on. We got a lot of things going on. And if can't nobody respect that you got that going on in your life, that's not your friend. That's not your friend. Trust me, it's not your friend. But thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, we're gonna be down for maybe a few weeks, but we will be back. But I appreciate you all. Please have a blessed Sunday and a blessed week. And a blessed time until I see you again. Blessing you and your family. I love you all. I don't care if it's, I love both of you. And if it's just two of y'all, I love y'all. I love the support. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys dearly. So y'all, ta-ta for now. And go have a blessed day. Eat good. Try to do that Daniel fast if you're in the church, and just be you. When you can be you and be honest with yourself and loyal to yourself, you're always gonna be happy. Remember that. All right, love y'all. I'm out. Until next time. Love y'all. Who gonna check me?
The ability to thrive in the community. Foolery was new to me. Nigga, I'm just doing me. I will never internet beef for opportunity. That's foolery.
Photoshop cities in your backdrops. Keep thinking that you fly, nigga. I'll take your flight down, making sure they'll never find a black box. Who gon' check? Who gon' check?